It's time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, April 3rd, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mr. Wiggins. Your 12:10 p.m. news tonight. And our top story at 12:10 p.m. is Governor John Kasich says he isn't worried about Trust the Leadership PAC, which supports Ted Cruz ramping up its attacks against him ahead of the Wisconsin primary. In Chester, Pennsylvania, a man observes a crash at track kilometer train 89 in Chester, Pennsylvania, as train crash in Chester, Delaware County. 2 reported dead. Bernie Sanders confident that he'll debate Clinton before New York primary. London, Bernard Gustin was in office early on March 22nd for a regularly scheduled Brussels Airlines manager meeting when 2 bombs exploded at Brussels airport, devastating the airline hub. Moscow, even as Azerbaijan and announced an inaugural ceasefire Sunday, reports a spread out fighting between Azerbaijan and Armenian forces over the separatist enclave of Nagorno-Karabakh continued. Austria's transport minister Sunday said the new debris found in the Indian Ocean island of Mauritius will be examined to see if they belong to MH370, just weeks after 2 Mozambique fragments were linked to the missing flight. Beirut, Syrian and allied forces backfire. Russian airstrikes drove Islamic State militants out of the town of Al-Qaeda on Sunday and during circling it over the past few days, Syria's military command said. Sydney officials would back in the initial tsunami threat against issued after a large earthquake struck off the coast of the South Pacific island of Vanuatu on Sunday. Peshawar, Pakistan. A Pakistani national disaster management official said flash floods triggered by torrential rains have killed at least 36 people in the country's northwest. Identified intruder reportedly was arrested after allegedly throwing a backpack with a White House fence and then trying to jump it late Friday. While Governor John Kasich wants abortion outlawed, but he wouldn't say Sunday when it should be punished for the procedure in the wake of Donald Trump's controversial remark that women who want to go abortion should face punishment. An early spring snowstorm accompanied by some strong winds brought down trees and limbs and caused scattered power outages failures in the region Sunday morning as several hundred homes and businesses were without electricity. As we're going to take a look at the National Grid outage map. $9,558 customers in the dark without any power. And less than 5 of them in the Norton area. 1,375 so far in Easton. And total Eversource customer outages in Eastern Massachusetts, 9,178. And 1,015 of them are in the Plymouth area, 1,319 of them in the Wareham area. Washington, 2 marijuana activists were cited and dozens of others openly spoke outside the White House on Saturday. The 9th largest airline in the U.S. may be merged with Alaska Airlines on a deal that would see the new combined company overtake 5th place JetBlue in the domestic air travel market. Wyoming, the land of wide open spaces, and America's favorite natural spot, could be facing some serious trouble, according to the Casper Star Tribune report. The state government has scrambled to provide community resources, centers to help people. Madrid at the end of the tough quarter, the front debate over how policymakers should tackle the world's economic wars gets another airing at the coming week as central banks on both sides of the Atlantic publish minutes. Tokyo, in the relevant financial world, it's hard to find anything more predictable than leadership changes at Japan's biggest bank. Cape Canaveral, Florida. Blue Origin on Saturday took another step toward making a reusable rockets a reality by launching in London the same rocket for a 3rd time on a demand test flight that carried a University of Central Florida experiment. A new study has some very good news attackers that about 40 days fall. A notion with a recommendation the attacker population could be doubled by 2022. The notion first event at a 2010 summit in Russia, and this as an early ambitious notion which is overlaid. Chicago minimally invasive put a stage to the wrist place. Air-card valve is superior to open surgery for patients with immediate risk and complications, according to the study that could have paved the way for whatever use of the approach. Statins like Lipitor and its generics have revolutionized cardiovascular care for nearly 2 decades as an effective and expensive way to reduce LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol in the bloodstream. New ways of control cholesterol, including possibly direct and injecting good HDL cholesterol into patients, need to be studied for the fairly promising treatments from Eli Lilly, Pfizer Incorporated, and Roche Holden, AG according to our part. Zika virus is spread to people from the bite of an infected Aedes species mosquito. Those particular species not present in Connecticut, the related species are not likely to spread the disease in Connecticut according to the DPH. Taking a look at New England alerts in Falmouth, Massachusetts, and moving out to the car on the roof, IO Crossroad at Burrs Road. Occupant self-extricated. In Dartmouth, Massachusetts, trees and wires down IO Tucker Road and Idlewood Avenue. Wires and fire at that section of Tucker Road is close. Fire is near and several traffic lights are also out. Peter Chill News Time, 12:16 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it is time now for sports report. Today, the Boston Bruins be getting underway by Chicago about 14 minutes an hour, taking on the Blackhawks, while the Boston Celtics be out in Los Angeles, taking on Los Angeles Lakers game time, 9:30 p.m. Belarus Victor Azarenka defeated Russia's Filter Ketsunova 6-3, 6-2 to win the title at the Miami Open as a 26-year-old Azarenka's win on Saturday gave her 3 titles at the Miami Open and made her only the third player to win back-to-back. For 5 months, the Golden State Warriors have doubly pursued history, playing one win at the top of the numbers they built toward the 1996 Chicago Bulls' seemingly unbeatable regular season record of 72 wins. Play at Vista, California, Gallup star Blake Griffin said Saturday he will be playing in a tear in the left quadricep tendon when he resumes the season on Sunday against the Wizards after a 3-month absence due to injuries and a 4-game suspension. Peter Challenges on 12:17 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it is time now for a travel report. Baby! Let's study off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good at the highways and byways of Rhode Island, out in the Cape. 6 and 20 looking good. Important 7 bridges are looking good. Soldier Field, where we got an accident just around the Boston University stretch around the Mass Pike, so expect a few delays. Down on Route 3 in Braintree, we get an accident around the Union Street at Braintree, so expect some delays. But otherwise, Eastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. Out in 290 eastbound side, we got an accident in Shrewsbury, so expect a few delays around that area between Worcester and Shrewsbury. I-91 on the southbound side, also around 291 in Springfield. Down in Connecticut, 95 on the southbound side, so from Fairfield to Norwalk, Connecticut, doing a couple of accidents on 95 on the southbound side around Westport, Connecticut stretch, so expect a couple of delays. Down in New York City, Long Expressway on the westbound side, it is so from 278 all the way at the Queens Midtown Tunnel. Long Island Expressway slow from 295 to 678. Grand Central Parkway also around, doing an accident just before 295 Frogs Neck Bridge and Cross Island Parkway, so expect some delays. Lincoln Tunnel also, Holland Tunnel on the westbound side, slow on both ends. 95 on the southbound side is slow from Bronx River Parkway all the way to the George Washington Bridge. 95 on the northbound side, also the New Rochelle. New Jersey Turnpike, it's a little good from New York all the way in Delaware. Garden State Parkway is looking good from Wildwood all the way up to New York State. New York State Thruway is looking good from New York all the way up to Buffalo and Erie. Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia all the way out to Pittsburgh. I-80 is looking good from New York all the way out to Cleveland. And all the highways and byways of Vermont and New Hampshire, Maine are looking good except on I-89 on the southbound side. Also after the Canadian border in Vermont. I-87 on the southbound side. It's slow after the Canadian border in the upstate New York. Okay, look at MBTA alerts app. Well, 19. Subway system is looking good. And for the Fairman Whistle line, please board all Fairman Whistle trains and inbound platforms at West Native Wellesley Farms today. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Challenge News Time, 12:19 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it is time now for a weather report. And the snow stopped, but the winds haven't, as we are under a high wind warning effect until 7 p.m. this evening. Location includes northeastern Connecticut, all Rhode Island, central and eastern Massachusetts, including Cape County Islands. Winds northwest 20 to 25 miles gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Winds will be across Cape and the Islands. Timing for the afternoon before diminishing early this evening and impacts. Strong wind gusts will result in some downed trees and scattered power outages. The problem may continue to be exacerbated by early afternoon where earlier wet snow was still clearing trees, making them more successful in damage. High wind warning this when sustained winds at 40 miles an hour, expected at least an hour. We gusts up to 58 miles an hour greater any time. Damage to trees, power lines and poverty are possible with wind of this magnitude. Power outages are likely to take action now to secure any loose outdoor objects. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. This afternoon, outside snow showers after 1 p.m. Most skies about 36 degrees. Breeze with a northwest at about 23 miles of gusts as high as 47 miles an hour. Chest speed to 20%. Tonight, forecast about 23 degrees. West at about 12 to 17 miles with decrease at 5 to 10 miles at midnight. Winds could gust high as 36 miles an hour. Monday, stormy after 9 a.m. 137 degrees. South at about 5 miles an hour. Becoming the northeast in an afternoon, chest prediction is 1% new circulation 2 to 4 inches possible. Monday night, snow like minimum before 8 p.m. Most gusts go about 21 degrees. North about 6 miles an hour. Chest prediction 6%. Little no circulation expected. For Tuesday, most skies about 34, about 72 degrees. North about 8 miles an hour. For Wednesday, most skies about 43 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers up to 4 a.m. Areas fog between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Otherwise, most skies got about 38 degrees. Chest prediction 30%. Thursday, showers like minimum after 9 a.m. Areas fog between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Otherwise, skies about 36 degrees and chest prediction 6%. Thursday, showers likely areas of fog up to 10 p.m. Otherwise, skies got about 42 degrees. Chest prediction 7%. Friday, chance of rain showers with a few hints of snow. Areas of fog. Most skies are about 52, about 30 degrees. Chest prediction 35%. And for Saturday, part size skies about 45 degrees. Curl year, non-index, part cloudy and 36. Humidity 59%. Feels like 26. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel afternoon news on this April the 3rd, 2016 on a Sunday. Peers will be have a good afternoon and with a good positive to seeing a few snow showers west of western stretch down for western Massachusetts, down for Connecticut, down for summer and down. Have a good day with a good positive. I'll see you for a 5 o'clock evening report. Have a good afternoon.